everyone, and welcome to Bourbon Bites Whiskey Reviews with a gaming twist. I'm your host, Clifton, and tonight we are doing Redwood Empire Cask Strength Bourbons. Now, I am Los Angeles based, I'm California based. I have not really done much Redwood Empire on my channel, so I saw these bottles pop up at a local store. I realized, you know what, I'll give them a shot. Two of these ended up being contenders of my top 10 whiskeys of last year. So this year, I'm actually diving into them, trying them. It's kind of funny to include them in my top whiskeys of the year and not officially review them. But I wanted to take some time this year to dive into all three of them. So if you're watching the replay, make sure to hit the like button, first of all. But you can also skip around at the bottom just to find the different whiskeys I'll be drinking. I'll put time codes to where you can skip to your favorite section. But if you're tuning in live, hello, good to see y'all. I always look forward to these streams every week. Hopefully y'all do too. If you do, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified every time I go live. But yeah, like Redwood Empire, I don't know why. It's not like I've purposely avoided it. It's just one that I guess I just don't see a lot of people talking about. And I guess I never really think to buy it. But I'm like, why not? Of one of the few California-based whiskey tube channels, I feel like I should be the one to review this one. And I'm glad I got my hands on these new releases. They came out towards middle of last year. There's three different ones. They're three different cask strengths. They're their standard lineup. They use the same naming convention for all of theirs. Of course, there is Pipe Dream Bourbon, Emerald Giant Rye, and Lost Monarch blended. What is the official name? Blend of straight whiskeys. So same titling as the rest of their lineup. These are just all at cask strength. So I'm really excited to get into them. But I poured myself to get started. My one bottle that I've had for probably 2.5 years now. It's the original Lost Monarch. Sonoma County, California, 90 proof. Yeah, a blend of straight whiskey, same language there, aged at least 3 years. And now they are doing their own distilling on site. I believe these products are all blends. I believe they're all some of their own distillate mixed with some sourced whiskey. I could be wrong, but that's my understanding there. Yeah, I mean, beautiful label design. They do a really nice job with these tributes to redwood trees and forests and fun stuff like that. And I guess oh, you know what? Why am I rushing into things? You know what? I'm excited about starting on time tonight. I was like, oh my god, I'm starting on time. This is like the first time in like weeks that I've done that. But yeah. So what's up, y'all? How's everyone doing this Thursday evening? Good to see some familiar faces in the chat. Five Fingers, of course. High five to you. Zophers in the chat. What's up? Good to see you. Brandon said, don't forget about the Bourbon Bites Wheel of Whiskey tonight. Thanks for the shout out there. So for those of you that are new to the channel, I do a thing called a Wheel of Whiskey giveaway at the end of a lot of streams. Not every stream, but a lot of stream. The prize tonight is announced over on my Discord server. There's a link down in the description below. If you're not yet a part of that, check it out. It tells you what you can win and how to win it. If you've been here before, you probably know what you can win and how to win. But for those new, definitely check that out. I'll spend that in the last like 5 to 10 minutes of the stream. But yeah, thanks Brandon for the shout out. Tim Slam is here. Absolutely love Emerald Giant Cask Strength. Oh well, I'm excited to dive into it. I've tried these all individually, but I haven't really done a little comparison. So I'm excited to do that tonight. Emily's here. What's up, Emily? She was a guest on, I believe it was the Whiskey Den yesterday. Have not yet watched that replay, but make sure to check out her, not her debut. She's been on my podcast before, so not quite her debut, but her Whiskey Tube, maybe Whiskey Tube debut. Adam Freeze in the house. What's up, Adam? Adam is a amazing patron of the show and supporter, as are a lot of these folks I've said so far. Scott Moody, cheers to you, and James Taylor. Won't let you post emojis. Oh no, like the Bourbon Bites emojis for the channel memberships. It's not showing that you're a member. Maybe maybe your membership lapsed, but no worries there. But or if you mean emojis in general, I have no idea. I'm not tech support. I have no idea. Brandon said I found another craft distillery in California to share if you would like. Absolutely, Brandon. I look forward to trying. You find the best places in California, ones that I've never even heard of. So keep me updated there. Tony Bag of Donuts says, hello, everyone. Hello, Tony. Good to see you. Zen Bood says, I'm a fan of Emerald Giant. It would be interesting to try the cask strength. Well, I have not had the original. The only one that I've had the original of these is the Lost Monarch. That's why I'm kind of starting with that one tonight. But I think I'm going to work my way through them. I poured some of this just to kind of set my palate to get familiar with the flavor profile. But yeah, I'm really excited to dive into these. Yeah, I mean, I think just the regular Lost Monarch is like very. I mean, it's so drinkable. It's 90 proof, but it has nothing off putting. It says age at least 3 years, but yeah, it tastes a little young, but it doesn't taste like harsh or sharp or anything like some whiskeys do. It's perfectly, serviceable as just like an everyday pour. Caleb says, "Cheers, hello, Caleb. Good to see you again." Lost Monarch is delicious, but I do prefer Pipe Dream. Well, we'll find out my favorite tonight for sure. Swan says, hello, hi, Swan. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope to see you on the Hangout. Also, just a reminder to folks, we do our after party hangout over on Discord. That's for everyone on Patreon. That is $10 and up. That's the bourbon megabytes and up. Make sure to link your Discord and your Patreon if you are supportive. Make sure you get access to that hangout room. Speaking of Patreon, we're doing our next monthly retro movie night. Last month we did Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It was so much fun. We watched it together on Discord. We chatted about it, and then we hung out after. That's for everyone $5 and up on Discord. So if y'all are interested, there's a trial of that on my Discord or my Patreon, patreon.com/bourbon bites. You can get all the details there on how to be a part of that. I'm really looking forward to this month's movie, which there's a poll that I put up on Patreon. If you want to vote and have a chance to influence what movie we watch this month, make sure to get in on that. I'm going to probably close the poll tomorrow. So last chance to vote on your favorite 80s/retro movie for us to watch. What's up? Who am I? Did make sure I didn't miss anyone else. Donnie, howdy. Howdy, Donnie. Good to see you. Pipe Dream says James Taylor. Are you laughing at the name? Because that's pretty. I didn't actually ever think about that until I saw that. But you're probably not. You probably aren't even making a joke. But I interpret it as a sexual innuendo, and I love it. Oh, any emojis? Oh, I have no idea. Start the super chats. Yeah, well, some of y'all know that super chats may get you an entry on the wheel of whiskey potentially. Check Discord, find the details. But yeah, so good to see y'all hanging out tonight. Yeah, like I said, why have I done California whiskey more frequently? I'm a freaking not that I'm from California, but I live here now. Is anyone from California? Is that a thing? I don't know, but I'm excited to dive into these tonight. Just some recap of things that have been going on since you last saw me. Competed on Map Madness last Friday. Let you watch the stream to see how that one went. Not going to say anything. I was a guest on Women of Whiskeys last night. Our good friends Michelle and Kathy Joe. Make sure to check out the replay of that. We tasted through some Hard Truth rye whiskeys. Always great to be on their channel. They're so fun. They also did a fun celebration earlier tonight, which they celebrated Kathy Joe's 1-year anniversary of being on the channel. I was able to catch a little bit of it in between work, but always go support our friends at Women of Whiskeys. I mean, especially International Women's Day was yesterday. Let's support the minorities in whiskey tube. I am a huge supporter of that. Every time I find a channel that's new and different perspectives on things, I get super excited. So support our friends. Support our friends. I guess you don't hope to see me on the Hangout. Donnie, I can't say that to everyone. I just said to the first person. I'm not going to spend the whole stream being like, oh, let's do this hangout. Like, see you on the Hangout, see you on the Hangout, see you on the Hangout. I don't know. I feel like that would be kind of annoying to the people that aren't here. But maybe not. Maybe not. Donnie, I'll see you on the Hangout. How about that? Oh, thanks, Emily, for dropping your link. I'll definitely, like I said, I have it bookmarked. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So I'm excited to take a look at that. Brandon says, I'm from California, born and raised, baby. Well, yes. That's probably why you're so passionate about different spirits from here. And that's I mean, I share that too. I love trying local things. I mean, even when I lived in South Carolina, I love trying local distilleries and finding things that really were true expressions of like what my state can produce. Unfortunately, South Carolina is pretty lacking in the whiskey department. North Carolina's got some decent ones, but South Carolina's kind of lacking. They do some good like flavored whiskeys, but in terms of like distilling their own stuff, I haven't had much good from there, but who knows? Maybe there's some in the works right now. All right, y'all ready to get into these Cask Strength Redwood Empires? Let me put up a message on the screen real quick. There we go. All right. So, like I said, I was drinking the Lost Monarch, which is a blend of bourbon and rye whiskeys. I think I want to go through the individual parts and then try the Lost Monarch Cask Strength at the very end. So I think we're going to start with the Pipe Dream Cask Strength Bourbon. So let me grab that bottle. So this was actually named after the 14th tallest tree on the planet, which I assume is a type of redwood. Here's a look at the label. Come on, focus. There we go. So this is the Pipe Dream Bourbon at Cask Strength, Sonoma County, California. ABV is 116.8 proof. Oh, they give me some nice info here. I didn't realize that. Oh, it's like I assume that's like a coordinates. I don't even know. Um, GPS. Yeah, I have no idea. They give you some info here. Let me twist it so it's like lined up so we can maybe read it a little better. Come on. All right, let's. I'm missing part of my label because I've already opened this, but it says the Pipe Dream, the coordinates, something. As soon as it says 367 feet tall, 1,340 years old. The tree? I assume the tree. That is crazy. I knew trees could live to hundreds of years old. I did not know trees could live thousands of years old. I'm not a herbologist or treeologist or scientist by any means of the word. So we're just gonna take that for what it is. Because we're a whiskey channel, not a tree channel, a wood channel. We do talk about a lot of wood here, but we don't review it in the natural. What am I saying? Let's talk about this whiskey. So this is a cask strength bourbon whiskey. This is their first batch. This is an August 2022 release. It's the lot size is 26 BBLS barrels. Why is there two B's? I don't understand. I don't know. But we do know the mash bill of this one. Now, what's interesting is the mash bill of this is different than the standard pipe dream. So all of the standard releases are a slightly different mash bill according to the website. So this one, the mash bill is 74% corn, 20% raw rye, 4.5% malted barley, and 1.5% wheat. So it's really interesting. I don't know why all of the whiskeys have a bit of wheat added. They didn't previously, like the standard one that I had earlier doesn't have the wheat added. So I'm not sure why they chose that for their mash bill. I would love to ask them, but yeah, I have no idea. Age-wise, this is a blend of 4 to 12-year-old bourbon. So like I said, some of the stuff they're sourcing, some of the stuff they're actually distilling themselves, which makes me wonder are they using wheat in their mash bill for their own distillate? Potentially. I don't know the details, but so technically this is a four grain whiskey, which is exciting. We got some tree facts here. Let's see. So if it says a lot of redwoods and sequoias have been around since dinosaurs or other animal life back in the day. Wow. Like I said, I knew trees could be hundreds of years old, did not know thousands. That's crazy. Yeah, wow. Although you say since dinosaurs, like that, isn't that like millions or tens of thousands? You can tell I went to a Christian school. Like we were told dinosaurs lived 4,000 years ago, y'all. So like, I don't know when dinosaurs lived, but I thought that was like a lot longer. Tony says I've got my Redwood out tonight. Grizzly Beast, Rocket Top, and Pipe Dream. You know what? I missed the Grizzly Beast and Rocket Top, which I believe that's their bottle and bond expressions, right? Yeah, those hit our market once, and I never saw them again. What's up? Tony said. Oh, same things, same message, just said twice. Emily says South Carolina whiskey has Florida whiskey beat, so there's that. Well, y'all do have St. Augustine Distillery. I've had some really good stuff from them. I'm not sure if they're distilling or sourcing at this point, but I've had some of their stuff. It's pretty good. Might be later life, but definitely old stuff. Yeah, I was like maybe. All right, so let's get started with the pipe dream. Let's get that poured. So if you don't know their lineup, this first one we're drinking is a bourbon, the next one is a rye, and the last one is a blend of the bourbon and rye. So I feel like it makes sense to work our way through it. All right. By the way, these are cask strength. The ABV is relatively low for a cask strength whiskey. It's 58.4% ABV. And that's actually due to where these are aged. These are aged in what they call like the fog belt of California. So typically cooler climate most of the year. Our temperature doesn't fluctuate very much. So these are, not getting much in and out of the barrel like we see in a lot of different other cask strengths. There's not very dramatic temperature changes here. Like I said, it is a mix of a sourced and produced bourbon. So some of it's their own stuff, some of it's sourced from somewhere. We don't know where, but I'm excited to give it a try. Let's go ahead and give it a nose. Yeah, I mean, I think you can immediately tell this is older than what we were drinking earlier. The standard release is at least 3 years old. There's a lot more depth to the flavor here on the nose, at least. It's rich, it's oaky. Yeah, it's familiar. It's not like an unfamiliar note. This one really surprised me when it was actually one of the ones, like I said, was a contender in my top whiskeys of the year. It smells like a very well aged bourbon. It has some sweetness, a bit of like there's a note there that like is somewhat unique, but I can't quite place it. Hmm. I'll wait till I give it a taste to dive into the tasting notes, but I'll wait till I give it a taste to dive into the tasting notes. You hear me stumbling with my words there, but flavor notes is what I'm going for. So cheers, y'all. Thanks for tuning in, and good to see y'all on another Thursday night. Mm. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. I mean, like I said, contender for my top 10 whiskeys of last year. It's rich, it's oaky, it's got a long finish, and I'm thoroughly, thoroughly impressed by that whiskey, and I was last year too. I mean, I don't see the youth that I expect to see from their other lineups. I see a well-aged, rich, flavorful bourbon, and yeah, I'm curious. Have any of y'all had the Pipe Dream Cast Strength? I know some people said in the chat they've had the regular Pipe Dream, but I want to hear about the Cast Strength because to me this blows away their standard bottling, at least in my opinion. Uh, I found the deleted message. Oh yeah, I'm in StreamYard, so I don't always see what's been deleted and what's been resent. I just see the original message. I see quite a few of y'all are joining Discord, so glad to see y'all over there. Yeah, like I said, the details of the giveaway are on Discord. William Hollis here. What's up, William? Good to see you. Oldest redwood is estimated to be about 3,200 years old. That's crazy. William says, I love the Redwood series. The cast strengths are hard to find, but the lower proof series is good. Love those. Yeah, so these are coming in about $70. However, there's actually a secondary market for these. I've seen them going from anywhere from like 80 to $200. So I think that for 70 bucks, at least this first one, the Pipe Dream Cast Strength, well worth the buy. I would buy another of this, like for sure, if I saw it. It's hard to find, but if I saw another one, I would buy another one. William says, "What part in the U.S. are you in?" I am actually in Southern California. I'm in the Los Angeles area. So, like I said, I'm very surprised that I haven't reviewed Redwood Empire before. So, I'm excited to finally give it a try. Yeah, there's still something unique there, and I don't know if it could be come from like every type of whiskey has a type of a flavor that makes it unique. Texas whiskey has a Texas funk. Whiskey from New York has a very different type of funk. But there's always something unique, and I feel like I'm getting a hint of something. Maybe it's coming from that colder climate. Maybe it's getting a little bit more of the. I don't want to say like it's similar. Okay, this is not what it is, but it's similar to how a some scotches you kind of get that whiff of like an ocean breeze, like some brininess or even like sea salt air. It's not quite that, but there's something unique going on here that I keep getting on the nose, but I get on the palate as well. And maybe it is an influence of that colder climate. Maybe it's kind of changing up the I don't know the way that this is aged. I don't know. Again, not a scientist or a Scientologist or any of that stuff. Yeah, it has like a again, I don't want to say briny, but it has a umami kind of flavor. Really, it's got like a richness and almost a little salty, but like really subtle. That's really nice. I mean, again, I love this whiskey last year, and I love it revisiting it now for sure. Uh, William says SoCal, love it. Lived in West Hollywood, La Cienega, and Pico. Nice. Yeah, I'm closer to the Pasadena area now, but I was in North Hollywood earlier a few years ago. But yeah, no, I'm new here. Like James said, I'm from South Carolina, but I'm really excited to live out here. And of course, I love traveling out in San Diego. We have some San Diego friends in the house tonight. I know our friend Zofer lives down that way, so yeah, love my SoCal friends. All right. So that was the Pipe Dream Bourbon. A great start. Again, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this made my top 10 of last year. I know it was a contender for sure, but I can't quite remember if it made it. I really do think it did, though. I'll have to rewatch that stream. I think it did pretty well, but it's It's been 3 months, y'all. It's been a long 3 months. I don't remember exactly what I put in my top whiskeys last year. I remember what my number 1 was, but I can't quite remember the others, so you'll have to remind me. But anyways, let's move on to our second whiskey tonight. This is the Emerald Giant Cask Strength. So this was actually named after the fastest growing redwood in the world. So Emerald Giant is a type of redwood tree. This one, there's some details on it right there. Of course, cast strength comes in at 116.4 proof. Are they all the same proof? No, they're all slightly different. This one's also 116. No, the last one was 116.8. My bad. 116.4. Now this one is at least 3 years old. The original release, the standard on the shelf one does say at least three. However, this one says 4 to 6 years on the cast strength offering. It's 94% rye, 5% malted barley, and 1% wheat. There's that wheat showing up there again. So not sure why that's different than their standard release. Their standard one does not have the wheat added. Maybe something they're experimenting with their own mash bill. But yeah, let's go and get that one poured. Again, this is a 95% premium, or technically 94% rye, because they added that 1% of wheat, but still. What's up, Kathy Joe in the house? Kathy Joe, good to see you. Like I said, I gave them a shout out earlier, but check out the stream of Women of Whiskeys from last night. We tried some really fun whiskeys. They did a really fun celebration tonight. I was able to catch a little bit of it in between working, but definitely check out their replay. I will plan to do that as well. Of course, Women of Whiskeys, one of my favorite whiskey tube channels. I'll be honest, I'm a little biased. I love them. They're really great. Speaking of great whiskey tube channels, Independent Joe is in the house. Y'all gotta go check out his channel. He's one of the best, most supportive people on this planet. He supports everyone, whether he's dropping links or just showing up and turning out. Joe's awesome. Check out his channel. Give him a like and subscribe as well. All right, so we just poured the Emerald Giant. Like I said, 4 to 6 year old rye. I've had a lot of that. Some of it's their own distillate, some of it's sourced. I would probably assume this is maybe sourced from Indiana. I don't know, just based on what I know about the brand. And based on that nose, like, it's pretty familiar to me. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Indiana rye, but I can detect Indiana rye a mile away. There's a little bit more. It's probably the same thing I was getting the last one, right? It's a little bit of that, like, saline kind of, like, not saline, but, like, briny kind of salty quality to it. Something I don't typically get on a rye, but it's coming through on this glass as well. Yeah, it's got the typical spiciness of a rye, but there's really something unique about it. It goes a little briny, which sounds gross, but I mean it in a really, really good way. Not like a pickle brine. Some people get pickle on rye whiskeys. I don't get pickle on this. It's a lot more like just like I said, like a sea salt, sea air kind of note, but I gotta taste it to really get into it. Cheers. Also very, very nice. I think this one definitely reads like a younger whiskey. It's sweet. It's grain forward. I do get a lot of that, like, um rye grain. It's like this one's actually one of the most rye, like rye bread kind of notes that I've gotten on a rye in a while. I'm not getting as much of the barrel as I was getting on the Pipe Dream. To me, this one's is a tried and true rye whiskey. It does have a bit of a savory quality, that salty brininess that I was getting earlier. And that does make it a little more interesting. It kind of brings out some of those flavors that you don't typically get, right? It's got like a little bit of like a malty kind of like, um, what does it remind me of? It reminds me of eating a like salted caramel candy. So like that, like the salt grains that kind of stick on your palate after you've eaten it, or like a salted caramel mocha. Let's go basic. Let's go Starbucks basic. It does remind me a lot of that, and it kind of lingers mid palate. It's like a salty bite. I think that's what makes it stand out. Even though I can tell it's a little younger, but it has a unique flavor to it that I really enjoy. Yeah, like at first I'm like, oh, standard rye whiskey, right? But like that mid palate like saltiness that lingers, it really makes it desserty and sweet. Like I said, like a caramel, like a taffy. Um, Yeah, like a saltwater taffy, man. Going back to my South Carolina roots. But yeah, that's really, I will say, this was the one that was not a contender in my top whiskeys last year. However, revisiting it this year, that's got that really nice note that I've never picked up on before until now. This is really, really nice. $70, it is the same price as the last one. I do think it's a little high for a rye that age. Um, but it does have a unique quality to it that maybe is the link between all of these. We'll find out for sure. Nimrak says, I like a briny note sometimes. Yeah, same here. I really do. By the way, Nimrax, thank you so much for being a YouTube member, or what I call the Bite Club here. You can join for $1.99, get access to some really cool emojis, as well as some rewards for being a member for a long period of time. I haven't seen anyone use those, but I think you can send like a special super chat message if you've been a member for a certain amount of months. Let me know if y'all see that option, because I know I've seen it on a few other channels, but I haven't seen it on mine, so I'm not sure if that's a thing. But yeah, no idea. Speaking of super chats, hey, we're still going to do our drawing at the end of the stream. Details on Discord. Check the banner down below in the description to find the link to the Discord. Right now, we don't got many entries, so we might just be giving it away to the first person that super chatted. Which nothing wrong with that. But I'm trying out this new method of like not talking about it on the stream, which is difficult because you guys don't know what you can win, but it's easily accessible information. It's literally just like discord.com, or like Discord link in the description. You can find out how to enter. But right now, James has a pretty good freaking shot. That's all I gotta say. But I think James is probably going to kill me, right? Like, why would you say anything? But gotta pay to hand deliver that. James said, I thought it was delicious, but close to a bourbon. Delicious caramel, vanilla, and some salty something. Hey, well, there you get it. You get it as well. I'm glad I'm not the only one. What am I missing? Oh, I was just trying to get caught up in the chat. I'm like, y'all are talking to each other. That's cool. That's cool. Um, yeah, that's impressing me so much more than it impressed me last time I tried it. Let's come back to this one. I'm gonna leave a little bit of all three of these tonight. And by the way, there'll be at least 4 items in the giveaway. There's only one giveaway, but I said everything that I'm drinking tonight is part of it. That includes the one that I added to my warm up pour. So you're all good there. You might get a little bonus one too, depending on if I can afford to ship it out, or I mean, hand deliver it out. Of course, totally. Let's move on to our next whiskey, shall we? Let's move on to our last one, which is the one that I started the night with, right? The Lost Monarch. So this one is a blend of straight whiskeys. As I said, it comes in at 117.2 proof. Also batch 1, also August 2022. Mash bill on this one is 55% straight rye and 45% straight bourbon. So this is basically a blend of what we've been drinking tonight. Now I do have a little bit more granular details of the mash bill here. Like I said, 94% rye, 5% malted barley, and a 1% wheat whiskey or mash bill mixed with a bourbon that's a 74% corn, 20% raw rye, 4.5% malted barley, and 1.5% wheat. So basically, like I said, what we've been drinking all night, just blended together, coming at 117.2 proof, 3 to 12 years old, all the components combined. Yeah. Oh, Nimrak said, "Do you use StreamYard? You won't see the member chats. I sent one a few minutes ago just to see." Are you serious? Oh my god! I feel so bad that I didn't see those come through. Well, now I feel like crap. I can see that y'all are like members, but it doesn't show that like when you send a member chat. That's frustrating. I apologize to anyone that sent one of those through that I've completely missed. I do use StreamYard and it doesn't show those. I didn't know that. Now that I know that, like, shoot, that's super discouraging. I might need to. I'll look into that. I'll do something about that. But I might. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. I'll speak to their managers. What I'll do. Just kidding. Pay a lot of money for StreamYard, by the way. Those of you who don't know, StreamYard's expensive. The high end, there's some cheaper tiers, of course, but the high end one that I use is expensive. So thanks so much to my patrons and super chatters for helping me afford StreamYard. Talking about Lost Monarch. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I just I'm frustrated now that I know that I've been missing those. All right, so like I said, Lost Monarch is a blend. It's actually named after the world's largest coastal redwood. It's an award-winning bourbon rye blend with an exceptional balance of sweetness and spice. So the perfect choice for those who can't decide between bourbon and rye. Well, that's me because I love them both. I see you hanging with Bill's in the chat. What's up, Bill? Good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. I feel like it's been a minute since we've chatted. All right, let's go get this a nose. Like I said, it's a blend. I'm excited to see how it combines the best of both worlds, maybe of what we've been drinking already. I will say I'm getting a lot more of the oak on the nose, kind of like I was getting on the bourbon for sure. It's definitely got some. I'm not picking up on the rye as much as obviously the rye, but I'm picking up on a the spices for sure come through. I will say it's not nearly as oaky as the Pipe Dream. Yeah, that one's like just an oak bomb, which I absolutely love. But I will say that that oak does do something for this whiskey. And then after nosing the Pipe Dream, going back to this one, it's quite obvious that there is some rye whiskey here. Like I said, it's a blend. 55% of the. Did I say 55% of the rye? Now I'm confused. Okay, that's also not it. Wow, y'all can tell. I have 3 bottles and I've grabbed 2 of the wrong ones. Let's see if we grab the right one this time. Here we go. So yeah, it's 55% rye and 45% bourbon. So mostly a rye whiskey. Nemrak says a little support for those StreamYard dudes. Hey, I appreciate it. And you are now entered in the Wheel of Whiskey giveaway, which we might do a little early tonight because I'm blowing through these whiskeys real quickly. William says the Lost Monarch is my favorite by far. I've heard that a lot. I hear a lot of people say that it's their favorite. I will say the nose. It's really intriguing to me. It does combine a little bit of everything. So let's give it a taste, shall we? Cheers. Hmm. It reintroduces that long finish that we got earlier. It's oh, really long finish, maybe even more than the Pipe Dream. This one sits on your palate and stays there for a while. I'm really shocked by this one. This one, I think I tried it last year, and I don't think it quite made my list like the Pipe Dream did. But there's something there. There's something really interesting about this one that's really it's still on my palate, by the way. Like I said, when I say long finish, I mean long finish. This one, even though it is the highest proof one tonight, not by much, it sticks around. So we've tried all 3 so far. I'm going to go back through and I'm going to rank them, taste through them a bit, give them a bit more of another chance to really shine and highlight their differences. But before we do that, we have to do a couple more shout outs to the super chats coming in. I appreciate y'all so much for doing that. Tony Bagadona says, for StreamYard and the Wheel of Whiskey, cheers to you. Well, thank you so much, Tony. You are now entered into the Wheel of Whiskey. Prize info is found on Discord. William Hall also with the super chat. William, thank you so much. You are now entered. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like I said, I think it's the first time I've seen you in a live stream, I believe. I've seen you on a few other people's channels, but don't think I've seen you on mine. But if if you have been on here, sorry, I'm bad about keeping up with it. But also if you're new, welcome. I hope you're having a good time and cheers to you. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for being a page or Discord. Ah, it's been a long day. It's been a long day, guys. But thank you for being a super chatter. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, thank y'all for that. All right, so we tried all 3 of these cast strength Redwood Empires. Now it's time to kind of go back through, maybe find which ones I like the most and which ones, may not do it for me. Or they might all do it for me. We'll find out. We're going to go back to the Pipe Dream Bourbon. Wow. That one it's a damn good bourbon. Like, honestly, I don't regret it all, including in my top whiskeys last year. It drinks well aged. It doesn't drink young. Probably drink some more in like the mid range between the 4 and 12 years that it is. Um, Oaky, sweet, little salty. It's a damn good bourbon. I mean, honestly, I'll be real. Like, I wasn't expecting much from it, and it just really, for $70, being a California-based brand, really has impressed me. Let me do a little side by side between that and Lost Monarch, right? Because that's the one that seems to be the crowd favorite. Yeah, the Lost Monarch, those rye notes are. You only notice them when you're doing a direct comparison. Because when I first tried the Lost Monarch, I was like, I don't taste any rye. But then I tasted the pipe dream. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, there's definitely some rye here. It's it's a really nice balance, and it makes me wonder. Like, could I do a better blend? Could I make my own pipe dream? No, Lost Monarch. Could I make my own Lost Monarch that tastes just as good as theirs? Shall we do some blending? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to get that crazy tonight. Do y'all want to see me try to make my own? I was gonna say make my own pipe dream, which would be funny based on the pun we made earlier. But should I make my own Lost Monarch? Well, first I gotta kill this sample of the standard Lost Monarch to give myself a glass. But I think we should do my own experiments to see if I can make the perfect Lost Monarch blend. Gotta finish that one first. James said I do enjoy Lost Monarch. It's the only one I have bought as I can't find the pipe dream cast with. Well, I will say if you do love an oak forward bourbon, you're gonna like the pipe dream bourbon. I think to me, that's always my note that I always seek out in a bourbon. I want to taste the wood. I want to taste the pipe, the wood, whatever you want to call it. I want it in my mouth. And that's what this one gives me. And it's really, really incredible. Swan says, blend away, sir. Nimrak says, blend, blend, blend. All right, well, gotta chug this just to have room for it. Let's go. It's so easy to drink that because that's 90 proof and we're drinking high proof here. So the Cliffy Bus may make an appearance tonight, which some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. The Cliffy Bus was definitely present on Women of Whiskey stream last night. Nimrak says, Cliffy, when are we going to do some video game talking again? Like what whiskey to pair with Atari 2600 games? As I may have just got my back up and running. Wow. I was a Nintendo guy. I played some Atari games, but just on emulators. If y'all are curious about the video game side of things, I tend to not do very much of that on YouTube just because I know most people here on YouTube are for the whiskey and not the video games. However, I do have a Twitch channel. I know Joe dropped the link earlier, but you can check out Bourbon Bites. Wait, Twitch. What is the freaking Joe? Joe, where are you? Twitch.tv/Bourbon Bites. I'll drop it in the chat. I've been streaming some Hogwarts Legacy, which is a really fun new open world Harry Potter game. Drop the link there. Yeah, I've streamed it a couple times. Yeah, I do want to do more Twitch streams for sure. If y'all are anyways interested in the video game aspect of the channel, make sure to check out the the Discord and the Discord for the conversations, and then the Twitch for the actual streams. Because I do still do it. Don't worry, I just don't talk about it very much on YouTube. Oh, Emily, thank you for the reminder. I also do a fun Dungeons and Dragons campaign called Dungeons and Drams. Speaking of the nerdy, geeky shit, I'm on there with our friends Bill from the Whiskey Dick, Jason from the Mash and Drum, Ed from the Rock Gut Review, Adriana from Whiskey Mountains, our friend Molly from Hugging the Cactus. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Did I forget Jason? Oh my god, I forgot Jason. Jason from the Mash and Drum, or maybe I already said his name. I don't know. We play some Dungeons and Dragons every Monday night. We go live at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. An absolutely fantastic campaign with some incredible people that I just love spending time with. So check that out. YouTube.com/Dungeons and Drams. Thank you so much, Emily, for that. Ryan and Delaware. Ryan, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. We're drinking a little light whiskey tonight. We love all things Cask Strength. Happy Friday Eve. Cheers. Well, cheers to you, Ryan. I'm so glad to see you and Brandon enjoying some great pours. When you say, I was a little confused because you said we're drinking light whiskey. So I was like, oh, like low proof. But then you say all things Cask Strength. So I don't know if you're talking like low proof whiskey or you're talking about like light whiskey as a category. Because some of that's really high proof. I'm not sure. But either way, cheers. Thank you so much for the super chat and tuning in tonight. Here comes the Cliffy Bus. Oh, it is here. Perry from This Is My Bourbon Podcast says I like video games. So Perry's also on Twitch. We got to do another gaming stream soon. It's been a minute for sure. Don't apologize, Joe. Like I already had the link copied, so don't worry. Cliff just started the bus. Yeah, yeah. Brandon and Ryan know what's up. Dungeons and Dragons is awesome. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, we have so much fun with that. Artie and D&D, man, love that. Yeah, it's so fun, and they're great people to hang out with. Uh, oh, nice. Yeah, Joe, y'all go check out Joe's stream after Matt Madness tomorrow night. Always a good time over there. Joe, actually, I know you reviewed these whiskeys. I actually watched your review of these right before this one because I didn't know what I was getting into. But yeah, it was super. I didn't watch the part where you actually gave your opinion on them. I just watched the first part where you're telling us about them because I totally stole some info from you. But I appreciate that. Spent so many hours and days with D&D. Incredible game. Oh, that's really cool. We have it too, and we've been broadcasting every second of it, which is a ton of fun. All right, the only one I haven't revisited yet is this Emerald Giant Rye. So let's revisit that one. Mm. They all have that salty mid palate note. You know, if I were to have moved on in Matt Madness, I would have identified that note as like, oh, that note is Redwood Empire. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, did not move on this year, but had a blast competing this year. So congratulations to everyone that moved on. I did not. I got third place, but you know what? It was still a lot of fun. It's been a week. I can spoil it. It's been a week, right? Didn't want to spoil it at the beginning, but yeah. But Matt is awesome. Y'all go support Matt Madness for the folks competing tomorrow night. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, Emerald Giant. I will say it's my least favorite of the three. I'll be honest. I love rye whiskey. I think the issue is I've had a lot of 4 to 6 year old rye whiskey, likely from Indiana, that I think hits a similar note with me. It doesn't have that saltiness, but it does have that spiciness, that flavor that I'm familiar with, but at a lot lower price point. This one's coming in again $70 to $80, a bit high for me personally, but I can see why people like it. I mean, I would say for if you do enjoy this one, check out Templeton Rye. They do a age stated 10-year-old rye whiskey that's sourced from Indiana. It's like 105 proof, I think, so it's a little bit lower proof, but it does pack a punch, and it's about the same price, but it's age stated. So that's what I think for if you're a rye fan. I think that's my recommendation there. But these other two, fantastic for me. Lost Monarch and Pipe Dream, both would be recommends for picking up at retail for $80, 70, $80. Hell yeah. I will say I was a bit dismissive of the Lost Monarch previously. Like I said, it came across as kind of like mishmashed. But now that I've tried these two back to back and then going to it, I get it. Which is why I'm gonna do my own blend right now. Let's try to make Cliffy, it's not Clifton anymore, it's Cliffy. Cliffy's own Lost Monarch, which is a blend of the Pipe Dream and the Emerald Giant. Let's see. Let's see what I would prefer. Well, I will say, as someone that loves the Pipe Dream, I think I'm gonna go a little heavier on the bourbon front than they did. So we're gonna add a little bit more of the Pipe Dream comparatively. Maybe lean a little more towards a heavy pour there. It was a pretty heavy pour. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and pour the Emerald Giant. Let's add a little bit of that. Again, I don't want to be too much of it. I don't think the rye needs that much. Yeah, something like that. That looks about right. So I made my own blend of these two. Let it mingle a bit. As you can tell, it's a pretty freaking large blend. But let that mingle a bit. Let's try the Lost Monarch one more time. The official Lost Monarch cask strength. Yeah, it's a little dry. The rye is reading way more prominent than I would personally prefer. That's why my blend, I put a little bit less of the rye, a little bit more of the bourbon. It's a good whiskey. It's really good. I just think for me, I prefer the bourbon so much that I kind of want that to be the dominant flavor versus the rye. So we'll see. We'll see if I made a mistake or if I made an even better blend than they could. You know, there's a chance. There's a chance I made the best blend of all time. Just kidding. No way. I am in no way a professional or a person in the industry at all. I'll be real. So before I taste my own blend and rate it, I'm going to. I think we should do the Wheel of Whiskey giveaway. So since we're doing a little bit earlier tonight, I'm going to give like one more minute. If anyone else wants to get in on the Wheel of Whiskey giveaway, details are on Discord on how to enter. But yeah, we'll give you all about one more minute. If anyone else wants a last minute entry, again, the prize is announced on Discord. I will say you will try everything that we've tried here tonight plus a bonus pour. I'll throw in a bonus pour for sure. So if you want to get in on that, you got about like one more minute. Details are on Discord again. So I feel like I just witnessed Cliffy take that turn. Oh, the turn from Clifton to Cliffy. Yeah, it happens at some point. It happens at some point on every stream. I swear. Adam says we're doing 80s movie night, and now we need to figure out how to do an 80s gaming night. Ooh, you know what? I've been trying to explore ways to do multiplayer gaming. There's Discord has games. The problem is no one that joins my hangouts is on their freaking computer because they require a computer. They're not on they aren't on mobile yet. So every time we want to play a game on Discord, like people are like on their phones, and I feel bad leaving people out. But we'll figure something out. We'll definitely figure something out there. Adam, thank you so much for your super chat. You are now entered on the Wheel of Whiskey. Your show is worth it. I hope you're talking about me. That's probably context to someone else, but hey, I appreciate it. Let's see what else is going on. Amateur blending is the best. We'll find out. We'll make sure if this is the best one. Donnie's on his computer. Well, yeah, like that's the thing. But a lot of people aren't. So maybe we'll try it again soon. All right. Y'all ready for the Wheel of Whiskey? I think it's time for the Wheel of Whiskey giveaway. Oh, well, almost. Good timing, Kathy Joe. You just got in. Always love Bourbon Bite streams. Well, Kathy Joe, thank you so much. You are into the giveaway. Like I said, y'all go support Win of Whiskies. Such a great channel. Oh, James just joined your Patreon. Oh, that's awesome, Perry. Congratulations. Yeah. No, James is awesome. James, yeah. James has been a supporter for like a really long time on the channel, so I really appreciate it. And thank you for supporting other channels here on WhiskeyTube. All right, we got the Wheel of Whiskey up. Let's do a couple shuffles. Share my screen. Because y'all know that's probably y'all's favorite part of the night. I wouldn't put it past myself. Y'all ready for the Wheel of Whiskey? Everyone that's entered based on my Discord qualifications is entered to win the prize. Also on my Discord. Let's spin it. Wheel of Whiskey. Well, speak of the devil. Well, I'm not going to call you a devil. That sounds wrong. Speak of the man himself, James Taylor. Congratulations for winning your prize pack. I will be very excited to get that out to you. I feel like I've been sending you stuff a lot lately, but hey, congratulations. Thank you so much to everyone that has entered. We're not going yet. We're still going to try my blend, but I just want to say thank you to everyone. Even though you may not have won tonight, just know that your support means so much to me and so much to the channel. So don't take it for granted. Don't be too bummed. Be excited that you're making all this possible. I really appreciate all of y'all. Yeah. So how about my blend? Right. Let's try the Cliffy Redwood Empire blend. Let it sit for a bit, mingled a bit. Yeah, I think I did a good job. I think I did good. I did good. No, I'm just saying that like I think that the well, I spilled it all over myself because that's how you know Cliffy's in the house. The oak, the bourbon aspect that I really loved about the bourbon is shining through. Didn't quite get that on Lost Monarch, but let's see if this tastes better. Let's give it a try. Cheers, and cheers to all the super chatters and patrons and YouTube Bite Club members, however y'all support, or subscribers. Screw it. Thank you to the subscribers, every single one of you that has hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. We are now 100 subscribers away from 4,000, which is a huge milestone. I'm so excited. So just double check to make sure if you're watching tonight or watching the replay, make sure you're subscribed. And if you're not, hey, it's free. It's free. So hit the button. We're literally 100 subscribers away. It's super, super exciting. All right, let's give it a try. Cheers. Definitely more bourbon forward, almost to the point that I feel like I lose the rye. I do think, you know what, we're freaking professionals here. What if I were to just add like a little bit more rye right now? I don't get the rye. I think I put too much bourbon. Let's be real. Is that about? My God, this is a massive pour. Those of you going to the after party tonight, y'all are going to see Cliffy in full force. Whether you like it or not, he'll be there. This is a freaking. What have I done? What have I done to myself? We'll find out. Let's try it. Let's do a little swooshy swoosh without spilling. It's really hard to do. Okay, the rye's back. It's in the game now. Let's try the Lost Monarch, the official one more time. It's better. I think I can't quite replicate that blend. They again, wow, who would have known that I wouldn't have been able to do as good as the professionals? But yeah, all of these are good. Again, favorite is the Pipe Dream Bourbon. Second favorite is the Lost Monarch, and last place, but not like in a totally negative way, is the Emerald Giant Rye. Only because I feel like I've had some other ryes that are older and lower priced. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been a lot of fun. Cliffy showed up way sooner than I would have thought, but hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Hey, make sure to tune in next week. I'm going to be doing is next Thursday St. Patrick's Day? Am I right about that? When is St. Patrick's Day? Let's Google it. Oh no, next Friday is St. Patrick's Day. Guess we have to do Irish whiskey. You know what's kind of concerning is I haven't bought much Irish whiskey, if any, in a long time. There's a new Total Wine that just opened up yesterday in my town. I might have to go do a Irish whiskey haul. If y'all have any recommendations, leave them in the chat or leave them in the comments below. I haven't bought much Irish whiskey lately. I love it, but I haven't bought much lately. So if y'all have recommendations, would love to hear it. Cliffy Bus might crash tonight after that. I might crash in bed. Cliffy Bus is sober driving because we do not drink and drive. And if you are drinking and driving, don't do that. Call an Uber or a Lyft. I should probably partner with like a rideshare and like get a promo code or something for a discount just because like I love y'all. I feel like I could tie into the Cliffy Bus thing, right? Like, oh, take the Cliffy Bus home. Don't drive. Maybe I'll have a marketing campaign. Bleh. We got all year to figure it out. But thank y'all so much. This has been so much fun. Good to see all of y'all. Check out all the other channels here. Like I said, Joe, freaking Women of Whiskeys, all the incredible channels here. Have a good night. I'll see y'all next week, maybe for a bit of a weird Irish stream. That's an awful accent. No, don't even try accents. What are you doing, Cliffy? Cliffy, just end it. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all next week. And until next time, this has been Bourbon Bites. Cheers, and I'll see you next video. Bye.